Right now at 6, broken windows and shattered glass, where local church leaders say this could be a hate crime.
And to have this kind of damage because of our values is really, it feels very personal. It's a personal violation.
Plus, the White House pulls a 180 with growing concern about what flip-flopping immigration policies could mean for Oregon's economy.
There's a lot of pain in the community already. There's a lot of fear.
Then another major step forward in the efforts to build a big league ballpark on Portland's south waterfront. And later,
someone's beloved pet got away from them. Now they're trying to go ahead and find the owner.
The new high-tech way that's helping bring lost pets and their owners back together. Good evening. We want to get right to breaking news, where in the last few minutes we have learned Multma County prosecutors will not charge a security guard who shot and killed a man outside a preschool in Portland last month. They also released body camera video from a camera worn by the guard, giving us a better idea of what happened. We want to warn you, it is difficult to watch. You'll see part of the struggle, but we will pause it before the shooting. Let's take a look. The video picks up as the DA says the guard was monitoring the parking lot at the Gann preschool of Southwest Capitol Highway on May 8th. That is when they say 32-year-old Emanuel Garza sped through the parking lot, almost hitting the guard. The DA says the guard then followed him into a lot next door and confronted him.
Bravo Hotel, Yankee 01. Bravo Hotel. What's your problem? Help you guys! What's your problem?
All right, the video shows Garza apparently knocking the guard to the ground. The struggle then continues for about a minute before the guard shoots Garza in the abdomen. Garza died from his injuries. The Multma County DA will not charge the guard, calling the shooting an act of self-defense. We're working to reach out to Garza's family for comment. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. This evening, a rural church in Clackamas County has been left with broken glass and busted windows after it was vandalized, and church leaders tell us they think this could be a hate crime. Daisy Caballero spoke with leaders at Beaver Creek United Church about why they think they were targeted.
And unfortunately, this isn't the first time the church has been vandalized. I'm told by church leaders that they believe this continues to happen because of their progressive beliefs, but the sheriff's office says they have no indication of that.
Well, our sign here is a way that we get our message across to the people driving by. It's very effective. A lot of people comment on it.
Greg Hetman has been a member of the Beaver Creek United Church of Christ for 73 years. It's a church in rural Clackamas County with a progressive stance that welcomes everyone through their doors, including the LGBTQ+ community.
We have a number of members who are in that category, and they're full members of the church.
Cynthia Andrews is the church moderator and believes they've been the target of vandalism in the past because of their views.
And to have this kind of damage because of our values is really, it feels very personal. It's a personal violation.
And it happened again.
There is the very brick.
Sometime between last Friday night and Saturday morning, someone broke this glass window with a brick, shattering glass everywhere inside the community hall. 2 stained glass windows were also broken that have been there for nearly a century.
A lot of history in these windows and very personal to this church.
Church leaders think it's a hate crime.
I was going to say it's disturbing. The service on Sunday was very subdued as people came in and, learned about the damage. And it's, like I said, it feels personal.
The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office says it took a report of damage on Monday, but stated there's, quote, no indication that this was a bias crime. According to the Oregon Department of Justice, a hate crime, also known as a bias crime, is any hostile expression that may be motivated by any person's perceived protected class, meaning their race, color, religion, and sexual orientation.
But it's about who we are, what our values are as a church, and how we speak out into the community. So I believe that the Sheriff's Office is misguided.
Greg and Cynthia tell me that their security cameras did catch suspicious activity that night, and they're working with police. Daisy Caballero, KGW News.
Let's get to your headlines now. Starting in Salem, where police are looking for a suspect they say committed 2 brazen sexual assaults in less than 12 hours. Police describing him as a black male in his 20s with dark hair, a thin to medium build, and between 5'4" and 5'7". On Sunday afternoon, Police say attacked a woman by the Walmart near Commercial Street and Barnes Avenue Southeast. She was able to escape. The second incident was early the next morning in the same area. This time, authorities say the victim was a teenager. In that case, a bystander intervened and scared the man off. Anyone with information should call Salem Police. Oregon City Police are asking for help catching a burglary suspect, one they say broke into the Geeks and Games store, apparently while riding a scooter. Authorities say he stole more than $1,000 worth of items the morning of May 24th from the shop on Beaver Creek Road, including new Pokemon trading cards. Police describing the suspect as a heavy-set man about 6 feet tall and say he may be trying to sell his haul to other gaming stores. Vancouver has landed almost $3 million in new grants to help with the city's homeless response. They are from the Ed and Dolly Lynch Fund through the Community Foundation of Southwest Washington and from the Peace Health Community Health Improvement Plan grant. The money will help add employees to the city's homeless outreach team and help improve a new shelter that's currently being built and set to open next year. And a wildfire burning in Central Oregon is threatening 300-plus buildings. That's according to our affiliate in Bend. The Alder Springs fire is burning in Jefferson County to the northwest of Redmond and southwest of Madras. Level 3 go now evacuations are in place for some areas east and south of Canyon Steelhead Falls. The fire so far has burned 2,500 acres since Monday morning and right now is 0% contained. It also appears that the cause is human. The governor and state fire marshal's office have called in more resources to help fight those flames. Matt?
Yeah, Dave, you can see the wind working on the smoke out there. Meanwhile, here on the west side, just another beautiful day. Reserve Golf Course. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, even around 80 degrees. The mountain also looks fantastic right now, and it's pretty warm. 57, near 60 at 6,000 feet, right? But look at this. We have to break out the old snowfall forecast for Mount Hood because on Friday and Saturday, the snow level drops all the way down to 5,000 feet. So that means it'll be snowing at Timberline Lodge at 6,000 feet. There'll be a couple of inches both days, Friday and Saturday. It'll be a heavy, wet snow. There'll also be heavy rain as well. Then we begin to recover pretty quickly beginning on Sunday. But the mountains get a bit of a refreshment of snowfall. So sprinkles tomorrow morning, not a big deal, not measurable rain. Warm and dry again on Thursday. And then strong showers Friday and Saturday, possibly some thunderstorms. And we talked about the snow up in the Cascades. And we could use the rain too because our last soaking rain was a month ago. May 17th, we had over an inch of rain in Portland. Since then, we've had one day this month that had just 0.18 of an inch. We don't really consider that to be a soaking rain because it's less than 1/4 of an inch. And again, we're heading into our driest month of the year on average. So any rain we get over the next several days will be welcome. David?
Always appreciate you putting it in perspective. Thanks, Matt. Well, we are continuing to follow changes to immigration enforcement this evening with the White House backtracking, saying ICE agents can once again detain workers in all industries, including agriculture and hospitality. Libby Dowd is in the newsroom with new local reaction. Libby?
David, most people I talk to say they aren't surprised to hear the administration reverse course for ICE raids at hotels, restaurants, and farms. But many are surprised how few local leaders have been willing to stand up for immigrants and the future of Oregon's economy.
The beautiful wine that we make here in Oregon, that all starts in the vineyard.
The Oregon Wine Growers Association says migrant workers are the core of our state's wine industry.
This isn't a job that just anyone can do. This is really skilled work and have been working in our vineyards for years, for decades, and for generations.
A shock in Oregon wine country last week when ICE agents arrested a beloved Newburgh vineyard manager, Moises Sotelo, and transported him to an immigration detention facility in Tacoma. An ICE spokesperson telling KGW Sotelo had a past arrest for DUI, but the Yamhill County District Attorney's Office saying they could find no record of it.
I am hopeful that in coming days, it won't take another person being removed from our community for elected officials to unify that our immigrant and migrant community is the backbone of our economy and our neighborhoods.
Newburgh's council president and other leaders saying we need to stand up for our wine and hospitality workforce that supports not just Yamhill County's economy, but the state's.
Not only is our leading industry going to slow down, but also it bleeds into manufacturing, it bleeds into construction, in every aspect of our economy.
Nurseries and construction and landscaping and manufacturing and hotel space, retail space.
Frank Garcia with Immigration Counseling Service says we'll all feel the effects of workers not showing up.
There's a lot of pain in the community already. There's a lot of fear. And so, we're looking for signs of hope. This isn't one.
Really, we start locking arms and using our collective voice. We have influence in our community, and I think that this is a great example of where we need to be showing our leadership.
It's really showing that there's a broken system when folks that have been here for so long have not found a pathway to become citizens when they are contributing so much to our communities.
The Oregon Restaurant and Lodging Association told us today it's providing resources to help its members navigate immigration-related compliance. Businesses are also putting up posters and meeting with employees about how to handle an ICE raid. Local government leaders encourage the public to contact local, state, and federal lawmakers with their concerns. David?
It sounds like right now there are many of those. Thanks, Libby. Developing this evening, Oregon ski resorts say they could be forced to close over concerns they could lose insurance coverage. And now state lawmakers are racing to fix it. Devin Haskins has been digging into this. So, Devin, what's this all about?
Well, ski resorts are concerned that Oregon's liability laws could be pushing insurers out, and it's putting their future at risk. A bill at the state capitol aims to give businesses more legal protection. The bill would make liability waivers harder to challenge in court. And proponents say that that's needed to keep insurance companies from pulling out of the state. One insurance provider says it will no longer offer outdoor recreation coverage in Oregon, leaving only one other provider in the state. And resorts warn they may be forced to shut down. But opponents argue the bill goes too far, making it nearly impossible for people injured due to negligence to hold businesses accountable.
The level of severity that is required for gross negligence gets rid of the vast majority of cases. So if you pass this bill, if the legislature passes this bill, you are extinguishing the legal rights of Oregonians.
We are extremely concerned if that insurer pulls out, as others already have due to Oregon's unique liability waiver environment, we will not be able to operate. That's not an exaggeration.
A spokesperson for Timberline says that if the bill doesn't pass, it would cause job loss and economic loss. The current legislative session ends June 29th, and this bill still remains in committee. David?
I know you'll be following it. Appreciate it, Devin.